Welcome back to our Bluesy Water channel. This morning I'd like to go over part 2 of what we call our detox diary. This focuses on the cleaning of the subconscious mind. So please look at part 1, yesterday's video, where we showed the morning detox regimen. Just to review very quickly, first thing I do is drink the Bluesy Boost. Then I do the ozonated water. Then I get on the vibration machine and do the organ flush. And then we talked about doing a healthy juice in the morning. So this video focuses on working at detoxing the mind, processing the subconscious mind in the morning. This is a very powerful meditation, and if you can learn to do this, it can change your life. Generally, the material and the depth and the nature of the subconscious mind is something we fear. It's just hard to access. After many years of studying very deep bodywork modalities and consciousness work practices, I came upon this practice. It's very organic. It's very natural. If you try to do this and you fall into it, it just will be a blessing. It's not something you can really forced to happen. It's something you invite to happen, and if you keep doing the practice, the likelihood of success increases. So let's get into it. So once again, this is premised on doing the body detox protocol, which we'll put a link to that first video. So, and this, by the way, is what, let's just go over this. So here's Chris, and he's drinking the Bluesy Boost, and he's cranking up the vibration machine, and he's starting to use the rapid release on his organs. Now this is the first part of the consciousness work too, or this is under our trauma release program. So there's overlap. Body, obviously, detoxing the mind and detoxing the body have overlap. So in this case, if you wake up, let's say, and you've had dreams, or you feel certain thoughts or emotions underneath, these are basically memories replaying. They're old visceral memories in your body, scenes from parts of your life where you really couldn't process, and they're trying to work themselves out. So when you do this work, not just in terms of physical detox, but the mental, emotional, this is based on Chinese medicine and acupuncture. The organs, each organ system relates to a different emotion. So he's working on the liver now, and that's frustration, anger. Now there's a feel to that, kind of like a gripping, a grabbing, a tension. This is where the body was not able to release deeper energetic states. So every organ system has that similar quality, but it's like a different frequency. So now when you go to the others, to the colon, you're dealing more with very deep emotions of grief. Again, the body was not able to process along the way at certain times, so the purpose of this deep vibration therapy practice is to now get into those buried emotions and really let them start to surface. So you will notice things to start to flow up. Depending on the person, you might get memories, you may get feelings, you might get anxiety, but keep going, keep really going into the body and trying to access. If you sense an emotion, try to sense where it is in your body. It might be in your colon, it might be in your liver, it might be in your spleen, stomach, pancreas. By the way, the pancreas is dead center below the two bottom ribs, and that's very near the gallbladder. So that whole region is the lower rib cage. You got your liver, you got your gallbladder, your pancreas, and if you cross over, you got your spleen, what's called spleen stomach. Now in Chinese medicine, the spleen, it's similar to anger, the same energy, except there's more thinking, more worry. Judgment is a big one. So when you're on the spleen stomach region, you're going to be dealing with those overthinking and judging sensations. When you're in the liver, gallbladder, it's more direct frustration, anger. And there's a little Lola. Okay, so once you start to experiment with doing this vibration therapy and really starting to sense into your feelings, your emotions, and your memories, this begins the surfacing of the subconscious body memory. Okay, so now the next practice, to me, it's something that's just a little more, it's another form of meditation, is this practice. You're rocking on a chi machine. There's Chris again, my great model. You're rocking on a chi machine and you're using that Theracane to hit points along the spine. Now this is very easy to do. Once you just slip it under there, you're going to find points, and this is where you really can just rock and again hit the spine with the Theracane, and you will notice that memories can start to literally stream up. Now the idea is to allow these body memories, these old scenes in your life where you couldn't really resolve because you didn't have the skills to do so, you weren't doing spiritual work, these scenes can start to sort of surface. It's like you go back into a dream world almost, and it's almost like deja vu. And if you start, now he's going to the first chakra, there's a lot of deep core emotions that could show up in the first chakra. But if you basically go along the spine, let's go back so we see that, how easy it is. You see, just reaching back there, and you can just lean over, find some points along your spine. As you go up and down your spine, you're going to sort of notice the memories are going to start to stream. Now, this might take a bit of time, and again, maybe it won't be memories, maybe it'll just be heavy feelings or emotions. Either way, this is allowing your body to process very deep somatic memories. So when I do this practice, it's about 15 minutes. Now, I might also then jump into some trauma release work. That's actually me on the floor doing trauma release. So there I am on the chi machine. So you can go back and forth. You can do, now I'm doing points on my sternum, those are kidney points. And now I'm just doing trauma release with the Theracane. Then as I go on in the video, some more trauma release, and that's just straight trauma release. So this is a perfect time to do the trauma release exercises and just also the chi machine with the Theracane. Chi machine with the Theracane is very nurturing. It's kind of a more soothing release of emotions, because when you rock the body, think of rocking a child. This is nurturing. The trauma release can dig in a little deeper. It's actually vibrating the spine. And please read about this. Let me just take into, this is the website here, David Berceli's website. So you can read all about this work. By the way, you can contact us. We can teach you how to do this work. Set up a session. We can do a long distance with it if we just have a camera. The breathing is also something you can do while you're on the chi machine. Read this blog. It explains why the breathing is so important. This is a very easy way to do yogic breathing. But back to the chi machine with Theracane, I really have done this practice for many, many years, and it really just channels up some amazingly channels up subconscious memories, and it creates a nurturing environment where we can heal and love them. The Ho'oponopono teachings is all about thanking the inner child, nature, for allowing these memories to come up, thanking the child for bringing up the memory. So it's key at that point how you respond to the memories. So this is a great self-loving, self-nurturing practice for those who've had trauma. Now when you go into the trauma release exercises, you can kind of bring up like even deeper layers, because it's really trembling at the core. This is what animals do to release trauma. So balance it with this practice, and if it's too much doing this, go to the chi machine and go back to that vibration therapy protocol here. Go back to the standing on the vibration machine with your rapid release. Now this is also deep, but it's not going to, it's releasing a lot of the layers in the body where the memories are stored. Trauma release, the TRE kind of goes deeper into the core. So have all these support practices. That's why we have this whole program, so that if you've had a lot of trauma, you can have a lot of these practices to support at different levels. If it's too much doing TRE, try the Chi machine with the Theracane or the vibration therapy. You can do some EMDR or EFT. You can do the Blue Z bath, which is very soothing to the nervous system. These are therapies, by the way, that help repair the brain, especially for trauma, physical trauma, traumatic brain injury, photobiomodulation. This is really good for people with depression, psychological disorders, helps work on the vagus nerve with electrical stimulation. You can check all this out. These are all links, so please check out this trauma release program. But anyhow, I did want to go over that core simple practice in the morning. And once again, I do the part 1 detox protocol. Then after I get off the vibration machine with the rapid release, I get down on the floor and start doing the Chi machine with the Theracane. This takes about 15 minutes, and if you get effective with this, you can essentially invite up the deepest layers of trauma memory, of memory itself. Trust the process, allow the body to bring things up and release them. And your life will become much more relaxed, and your day will go, you'll have a blessed day. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please email me, Andrew@bluesywater.com.